Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away first. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Looking for a productive play on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. On second down, wants to throw it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. On first down, here comes this offense. To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense damn close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Trying to barge in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They were really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So
it's 7 o'clock, booty.
How do you mix up the
Cut it out.
How do you keep the defense off balance?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown.
Bro, I know, bro. Bro, I be at work, bro.
Field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3-and-out. Sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get
I do go work early, boy. What are you talking about?
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. This is the kind of game, a top 25
I know.
matchup in the
Bro,
early season.
I'm mad about I don't get to play too, bro.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't
Bro,
get
it be
challenged,
hella packages,
but
bro.
an early season challenge
Real.
like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice.
Yeah, everybody, niggas don't be showing
I
up.
love this. We've had this
I call
game
that.
circled for a long time because we learned
For
a
real.
lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Told you they got to do system, Pooty. Bro, what they did
Week in, week out.
was, bro, they put like
third downs, and having that conversion
three-
this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
3 or 4 post offense together
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down.
Sunday, so it ain't just my shit. But I run with my route.
Run the football like
Bro,
that on first down and create
they just made a whole new system.
way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run. I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Shakes off the tackler. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets him up for the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They'll give it to him again. Still running at the 40. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Going with the ground game left. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
We know football gets harder when you start to get the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
The give to the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Touch pass on the run. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Leaves it with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll ride the hot hand. Running with power. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Kentucky right back to the line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Dialing up the second down pass play. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A third and long coming up here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll pull it down. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. The Wildcats looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. Initially, he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's there to make the stop. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. The give to the back. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They feed him again. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running.
Afterburners coming. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I'm going to go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They go to the ground. Nice move there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder...
Holds it in on the left. Running toward the tape. The 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll crank up this drive with a pass, using his legs to buy some time. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the 2nd half underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They go right back to him. Nifty little dance step. It's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. 1st down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground, and now they've gotten another 1st down.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. Got room at the 35. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And then
that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his... Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And it's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
They'll give it to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Kentucky going quickly. Trying the left side. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Fighting off the defender. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Kentucky! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And
he is smashing people. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Caught over the middle. It's done. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Powers through the defender. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They've been running it, but now the pass. Trucks through the defender. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, train the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's going to run it. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the 4th. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
They're going back to the ground. At the 45, on his way. Off he goes. Past the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wildcats. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation, who will enjoy this win. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Running back searching for a hole. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Coming after it. He'll try to do it himself. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense.
He's loose. Inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's done.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives him momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Go straight ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. That is not what he had in mind on that return as he goes out of bounds and leaves the offense with terrible field position at the 8. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires to the tight end. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift, and I think the defense just did that by getting the takeaway.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, those big sticks give everybody juice. When you bring it and you fold somebody up like that on the offensive side of the football, everybody on defense gets excited. That Mike linebacker got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss with authority.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Kentucky.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead's extended a little further. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Just steamrolling the defense. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll throw it on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.